Wilson Memorial Basketball moved its final practice before tomorrow's state semifinals to EMU to prepare for the bright lights, the open court, and the stanchion baskets. Now, Kate, I have a video I want to show you. I think that's your game-winning state championship home run. What was that like for you as a player? $30 million will certainly buy you 2 ribbon boards and, of course, 3,500 seats. New locker rooms, a new film room, and that's because $30 million will get you all of this. Now, I remember when I was in middle school, field day was the greatest day of the entire year. So you throw in an NFL wide receiver, and it's 88 times the fun. Go, 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 go. Crews are also making sure all the tools are ready. This here is a Dolphin. It's literally a squeegee for the dirt. As you move it along, the water collects inside that drum. When the Dolphin fills up, they just bring it right over here to this drain. They drop the nozzle. The water runs right out. Crowd is starting to fill in pretty nicely, but you can only imagine in 24 hours this place will be full of screaming Valley basketball fans. Of course, you take a look at the court now. We have teams on the court warming up. We got the cheerleaders coming in. The first game tips off at 7 o'clock tonight. Now we have 4 area teams still alive in the state tournament. They will all play here on the convocation floor tomorrow. It is Buffalo Gap, Wilson Memorial, those are girls basketball teams, and then the Spotswood boys and girls basketball teams. Now, David, as you just said, the Super Site quarterfinals have only been out of the tournament equation for a couple of years. But when we spoke with teams earlier this week, the players tell us they're very glad they're back.
Defining family is not always so straightforward. For some, it's a mom and a dad, a brother and a sister. For others, like Spotswood's Justin Kier, the lines are blurred. And Andrew Clay learned that when he spells family, it starts with an S.
When you see all these senior nights and you see all these, parents just out here at every game, it really does, hurt sometimes. Growing up it's not easy. You'll have your bumps, you'll have your bruises, you'll have, your up and downs, and you got to push through them.
Justin Kier's story is not found in every locker room. He was 7 years old, riding along in the car when his mom, Keely, suffered a heart attack, leaving her paralyzed from the neck down.
She can't talk, she can't speak or any of that. She can hear, she can see. She's at home and she can't talk or anything, so it's not like I wake up and, hey, there's mom. So she's there. It kind of frustrates me sometimes when I don't realize that she's there sometimes. At first it was really hard because we had to put her in a nursing home. Going to living with her to having to travel 30 minutes from where I live to go see her, and it was a struggle.
Without a father in the picture, Evelyn Kier, Justin's grandmother, stepped in. She worked job after job, just trying to support her family.
I'm just doing what a mother and a grandmother should do. Taking care of my babies.
Grandmas don't grow up thinking they have to take care of another set. Having her there and having her be by my side, and I know that I can count on her whenever, it's crazy. Probably wouldn't be the person I am right now without her.
Just the character foundation that she's provided for him has been a good example for me with my own children.
As Justin grew, he came to realize it wasn't just his grandma filling in. It was also the man behind the whistle.
Him and the coaching staff and Coach Davis and all of them are my dads. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Justin has shown me that we can work really hard and we can be really committed and still have fun while we do it.
Edwards describes his coaching role as a life mentor. He preaches family and has allowed Justin into his.
Coach Edwards has really made some sacrifices for Justin. I mean, he just loves Justin. He loves him, and I'm just so thankful to him.
My daughter, my son refer to him as their big brother. The example that he role models for my own children and children in the community, I think, is a good thing.
Coach Edwards spends countless hours working with Justin, driving him to basketball camps and AAU games, helping him become the first player from the Valley in 25 years to receive a Division I basketball scholarship straight out of high school.
I think people overstate my role in his success. He deserves the most credit. His grandmother is close behind.
Never thought this day would come. Hard work does pay off.
I just hate that his mom can't see it. You know, I know that she would be thrilled.
I went home after I signed and I let her know. She could smile, so she could put a really big smile on her face.
Justin's mom hasn't seen him play basketball in 10 years, which is a part of every play.
Every shoe I get for basketball, I put her initials on it just to let me know, you know, I'm doing this for my mom. She's here with me.
Justin Kier's life has challenged the definition of family. But each night, one word across his chest, Spotswood, reminds him that family is more than blood.
At the end of the day, Coach would always let us know we're family, and family fight. But at the end of the day, we always love each other, and I love those guys to the day.
Andrew Clay with that story there. Spotswood has been in the state tournament in each of the last 3 years. Kier hopes his senior season is the one where he can finally cut down those nets, but an incredible journey, and it's already been historic what he's been able to do, but to see the journey, it makes you appreciate what he's done that much more.
And it's nice to know that Andrew Clay's there documenting it all along the way. All right, thank you, David. One memorable person that stands out is an 11-year-old race car driver from Manassas. Timmy Tyrell is a rising star on the track at Shenandoah Speedway, but I learned this summer life in the fast lane for Timmy is about much more than fast laps and victory lane. It's Minnie's mission.
Like most drivers, Timmy Tyrell teethed in the racing at a young age in go-karts. And it didn't take long for his rides to become bigger, badder, and much faster.
Well, I was at 4 at the time, and my dad took me to a local go-kart track, Old Dominion Speedway. They were racing go-karts on Sunday, and he asked, would you like to get into it? Would you like to try?
Yes, that is Timmy Tyrell, better known as Minnie. And he's competing in a sport against drivers that are more than 4 times his age. Minnie has won more than 50 races and is the youngest driver to win a late model race. But success doesn't always equal respect.
I'm very confident in his skill set and his driving abilities and his control. A lot of people will argue with me and say, no way should a 10-year-old be out there. Every step of the way, he's proven them wrong.
I've always learned you don't want to be going on and on about yourself and bragging, you know, because you always want to be humble with yourself. You want to have pride in yourself. You want to have confidence.
It's all right. I can hang on through for 8 laps.
You're doing a great job, kid. Great job.
For Timmy, wins are often secondary, though. His true passion is helping kids fight cancer, a topic that strikes a chord with him.
It was painful, you know, because you can feel it, you know, it's awful, and I can't really describe it, put it into words because it's so bad.
Minnie was 6 years old when he found out that his best friend, Ella Day, had a brain tumor.
Trying to explain that to a 6-year-old, what is cancer? And I explained to him, you know, she was going to be losing her hair, that it was something really bad inside of her, and she was going to be very sick, but hopefully she would come out on the end okay. And he just said, you know what? If I can make her feel better today, then I've done something.
I overheard the parents talking about, you know, expenses, and he had a hard time with, you know, money because he had to miss work to take care of, you know, Ella. And I said, that's not right, you know. No family should ever have to go through that.
That night inspired Minnie's mission.
I talked to my dad that night. I said, I want to do something about that. And at the time, I'd been racing go-karts. And I said, I'd like to raise money by racing my go-kart.
Timmy started by raising a few dollars here and there. He's since raised more than $350,000 for pediatric cancer research.
You know, he was 6, the attention span of a 6-year-old. I thought 2 months and, you know, he would be off to something else. And he has never wavered.
4 days to the kickball tournament.
Every September, he holds a kickball tournament in partnership with Kickit.org. NASCAR superstar Jeff Gordon matches every dollar Minnie raises. 2 years ago, they spent the afternoon together.
That was awesome. He's the nicest guy ever. He came down, he greeted me like I knew him for 100 years.
Annually, Timmy raises about $30,000 at his tournament. And while he gives speeches and holds fundraisers for his cause, one of his favorite ways to raise money is still through his donation jar that he carries each week at the racetrack.
I've met a lot of kids who are like, can I put $1 in and stuff? And that's special to me. That's something that just makes my mind like, wow, you know, they want to help too. It's not just me, you know.
Today, Ella Day is cancer-free, but each year about 15,000 kids are diagnosed with cancer, and as long as there's still no cure, Timmy will burn rubber to help another.
Well, since we met Timmy this summer, he's won twice at Shenandoah Raceway, finishing second in the series standings. Well, NASCAR season thus far, exciting, emoticon, smiley face, winky face, and thumbs up. Today's race at Talladega lived up to the season's expectations as NASCAR moves south to take on the series' biggest track in Talladega. Chase Elliott starting on the pole, the rookie looking for his first career Sprint Cup win. We had 10 cautions, and while under one, Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually loses his steering wheel. I think you kind of need that, Jr. That was just the tip of the iceberg for his very long day. Jr. finished 40th, lap 96, the first of a few really big crashes. Keep your eyes on the middle of your screen. The yellow 34 of Chris Buescher goes for a wild ride. He rolls down the backstretch. He would be okay, though. Good for that. 8 laps to go. Another scary moment. Danica Patrick and Matt Kenseth wrecking. That is the neon yellow 20 of Kenseth sliding upside down along the fence. He would also fortunately be okay, but Patrick took a nasty shot as well. She was clearly shaken up afterwards. We jump into the last lap. Brad Keselowski out front, but mayhem ensuing behind him as he comes to the checkered flag. Another large pileup in the final turn. Keselowski gets the win, attributes today's crashes to the aggression Talladega demands.
Racing has always been that, you know, balance of daredevils and chess players, and some weekends we're chess players, some weekends we're daredevils, and this has always been more of the daredevil style track, which probably offsets some of the tracks that we go to that, you know, we're, you know, maybe kind of the lame chess player. I think it takes a balance of that, and that's what makes the NASCAR season so much fun.
Well, if Eric Ferrer's game-winning goal didn't hurt enough in Game 2 against the Penguins, the Caps received salt in the wound tonight when the NHL announced defenseman Brooks Orpik will be suspended for 3 games for his illegal hit on Ali Mata. It happened in the first few minutes of the 2-1 loss. Orpik came in late. He came in high. Mata did not return to the game. Orpik drew a 2-minute interference call and immediate criticism for the hit. Despite being short-handed the rest of the game, the Pens were able to even the series at 1. Capitals coach Barry Trotz saying afterwards that the Penguins played with a greater sense of urgency.
I don't think we were as urgent on the puck. Our puck battles weren't as crisp, and when you're turning pucks over in the neutral zone, you're feeding they're feeding their game.
You know, we can certainly do a lot better job breaking the puck out. Putting the puck into areas when maybe something perfect isn't there, and you know, use our strengths, and just didn't do it. So that's the result of it.
James Madison baseball, the rubber match between JMU and Elon. Duke's down 6-1 already in the third. Ryan Ogren up with one on, and watch left fielder Kai Parrott. Yeah, that one's gone. Parrott running out of real estate. It's a 2-run shot, 8-1 Phoenix on top. Bottom half of the frame, the aforementioned Parrott bloops one in the center. It's misplayed by the center fielder, so the runner trots home. The lead cut down to a mere 6 runs. 5th inning, runners on for Elon. Check out the leather. Kyle McPherson, 6-4 double play. But it only delayed the inevitable. A few batters later, another hit, another run from the road team. Elon scores a dozen, taking the series with a 12-4 win. In St. Louis, the Nationals already secured their first series win at Busch Stadium since 2007. A sweep surely would be the icing on the cake. Max Scherzer does his job, punching out 9 in 7 scoreless innings of work. 1-0 Nationals on top in the 7th. Clint Robinson with a runner on. That ball will be a souvenir, a 2-run shot. Next man up, Danny Espinoza, back-to-back jacks. Washington records its first ever sweep in St. Louis with a 6-1 victory. And in Baltimore, White Sox playing the Orioles. Take a look at this. Manny Machado, J.J. Hardy, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness, a 5-6-3 putout. Look again as Machado deflects it to J.J. Hardy, who's Johnny on the spot. He fires, gets the base runner. That makes the highlight reel, but the only Oriole highlight of the day. O's already down 4 in the 5th. Soft serve singles. Say that 5 times fast. The order of the day, Jerry Sands drives in a pair of Sox, beating Baltimore 7-1.
What a shot.
Yeah, what an interesting day. A lot of crazy highlights. All the accidents, all the new steering wheel.
How often does that happen?
Not often. I'll tell you that, not very often.
All right, thanks so much.